Welcome back to Kossi's Arsenal podcast. My name is Kossi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. This is my prediction for the Arsenal Tottenham game, my predicted lineup, and those are the latest team news as per Mikel Arteta and the Arsenal team. We're going to be diving into all that. Hit the like button for me. Let's get this video to 300 likes. In the comment section, it's your last time. It's your last chance to give me your prediction in the comment section. All players are fit, according to Mikel Arteta. Everyone is in the team. Now, a little bit teasing there, but I believe Partey, Odegaard, Zinchenko, and everyone we've been expecting to be back is back. So this is my prediction. I'm going to go Arsenal 3, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Very, very difficult game to predict, by the way. I know many of you have gone with 4-1, 5-0. But if you're going to be realistic, it's going to be a goals galore. I think Spurs do score goals. Arsenal do score goals as well. We are not conceding many goals. I think that centre-back partnership between William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes has done well so far. Christian Romero, that back three of Christian Romero, Davinson Sanchez, and I think Lenglet at times has played there, or at times anyone that Antonio Conte has decided. They've also been very, very good defensively. So both teams are not really conceding so many goals, but the North London derby has one record: it has goals. It really gives us goals. Spurs have scored in each of their last 10 meetings with Arsenal, and Arsenal have not lost a game in the last 29 against Spurs at home. So I think about all those statistics. I think about the form that both clubs are in, and I'm gonna go 3-1 over 2.5 over 3.5. In my opinion, I think Arsenal will bury this game in the first half, 2-0. In the second half, a third goal, and then Spurs will find one. Why I've not gone with Spurs to win this game, I think it's pretty clear. One, I'm an Arsenal fan. I mean, honestly, I'm an Arsenal fan. I don't want to give Spurs a win at the Emirates Stadium, but also their record at the Emirates Stadium is not that good. I feel they're not that quality a side that like they've been predicted or they've been said to be. I feel they don't have that second gear. Many clubs have, especially City and Arsenal. They don't have the ability to bounce back. Of course, they did bounce back against Chelsea. That was a very, very good performance. But apart from them, from that game, I've not seen them try to bounce back in situations where it has been hard for them. I just feel they don't have the quality and the resilience to match Arsenal's, to match Arsenal over the weekend. So 3-1 is my prediction. I hope I'm right about that. Goal scorers: Gabriel Jesus to score 1, Gabriel Martinelli to score 1, and Saka to score our first goal in that game. That is actually, you can predict this game on the Arsenal website with the Arsenal predictor. Probably you could win a few prizes at the end of the month. Now, in terms of the latest team news and my predicted lineup, according to Mikel Arteta, he was asked about Thomas Partey, Odegaard, Zinchenko, and all the boys. And he said, look, a couple of players came from the international break. They were not feeling very, very well. But right now, everyone is in the team. All the boys are in the team. So that means Partey is in the team, Odegaard is in the team, Alexander Zinchenko is in the team, and Kieran Tierney as well. So I mean, that gives us a massive boost as we enter the weekend. You don't want to have so many holes in your starting lineup. Actually, I'm predicting Arsenal could have the same starting lineup we had for the first 5 fixtures, for the first 3 fixtures, because that was unchanged. And that takes us to my predicted lineup. I will do a few changes that I think Mikel Arteta should consider, and share with me your thoughts in the comment section. So in goal, I'm going to go with Aaron Ramsdale. I think this is the game. These are the games where Aaron Ramsdale has to show his class. These are the games where he has to show that is different from all the other ball-playing goalkeepers. Iggy, Unai Simon, Ederson, and Mendy. I think Ramsdale has very good reflexes. I think he's a super goalkeeper, a very good shot stopper as well. And if you're going to send statements, if you're going to send messages to Gareth Southgate right now that you should be England's number 1, probably England's number 2 after Jordan Pickford, these are the games. But for Arsenal, these are the games where you need your goalkeeper. These are the games where you don't want every shot on goal to be a goal. This season, I'm going to say this: Ramsdale is not yet up to the levels he displayed during the beginning of last campaign. He's not yet there. Most of the shots that have faced him and a quality have gone into the back of the net. 3 against Manchester United. Look, you could argue that he couldn't do much about that, about those goals. But in my opinion, the Anthony goal, if he closes in on Anthony a little bit closer, I think Anthony's, angle, just becomes a little bit tight. Look, anyway, I don't want to blame Ramsdale. I don't want to, pick on him. But Tottenham at home, Liverpool at home, Manchester United away, Manchester City away, Manchester City at home. Those are games for your goalkeeper to be outstanding. Those are games where you need your goalkeeper to be absolutely in form. So Ramsdale in goal. I think Matana is not even in the conversation of starting. But Ramsdale has to show us why he is Arsenal number 1, why he replaced Leno, and why he should be starting over Jordan Pickford and Nick Pope. There's no question about his ball playing abilities. There's no question about him, distributing and being comfortable with the ball on his feet. The question is, does he have the real quality of a real goalkeeper of a top 4 side? Right? That's the big question. So Ramsdale in goal. I trust him. I know he'll do a very, very good job. I tried back, not Ben White. Guys, listen to me. Not Ben White, a right back. A right back should be Takehiro Tomiyasu. And this is my reasoning. Now, in the last game we played against Tottenham Hotspur, Rob Holding was sent off. He got a red card. And this is the reason. When you have a mistake in your defense, when you have a weakness in your back line, teams are going to look to exploit that weakness. Rob Holding on that evening was our mistake, was our weakness in the defense. Now, Ben White has been so good so far for Arsenal that it has sparked a lot of pundit fury why he was dropped for the England squad and everything like that. But I tried back. I think we are lacking something, and I understand very well the system Mikel Arteta tries to play, the elbow system, where one fullback plays as part of the midfield and the other fullback plays as part of the back 3, which means Ben White gets his favorite position as a right-sided centre back. But Takehiro Tomiyasu will do a better job stopping Kulusevski, Son, or Richarlison. Now, the problem with Ben White and Rob Holding, when you play them directly against Son, directly against Kulusevski, whenever Son tries to spin in behind, whenever Son tries to get the ball on his feet and turn, they're going to foul him. They're going to commit a foul. And I won't be very surprised if Ben White struggles against Heung-min Son or Dejan Kulusevski. But one player who will not struggle very much, and even if he struggle, he won't get a red card. That is Takehiro Tomiyasu. He knows how to handle those lads. He knows how to handle Son, Maximin, Zaha. He's very, very good at keeping them quiet. So, in my opinion, play Takehiro Tomiyasu. We should play Takehiro Tomiyasu at right back and not Ben White. And this is nothing personal against Ben White. We can bring him back against Liverpool. I think the Liverpool defense, the Liverpool attack is slightly less pacey as compared to Tottenham, because Kulusevski is dangerous on the break, Son is dangerous on the break, Richarlison is dangerous on the break, and Son is dangerous on the break as well. So Takehiro Tomiyasu for me should start ahead of Ben White just for one game, just as a precaution. At left back, there is a debate now. Is it Kieran Tierney because of his defense or because of his defensive ability, or is it Alexander Zinchenko because he helps us to command a lot of numbers in the game, create those numerical superiorities in the midfield, just create those overloads in midfield? There is a debate now. If Mikel Arteta wants to go dominant in this game, be all over Spurs, have lots of possession, it should be Alexander Zinchenko. But if it is going to be a matter of playing and respecting Spurs, which I think we should do, it should be Kieran Tierney. So at right back, with all due respect, however much I'm excited about Zinchenko coming back, I'm excited about Odegaard coming back and everyone, I'm going to play Kieran Tierney. So that is my left back choice, Kieran Tierney. And this is my reason. Kieran Tierney at left back directly plays against Son or Richarlison, depending on who is going to play on that right-hand side for Spurs. Zinchenko is going to be caught out of position 5 out of 10 times. Kieran Tierney will be caught out of position 3 out of 10 times. So in my opinion, it's better to play Kieran Tierney in this game. The defensive abilities, the defensive attributes of Kieran Tierney's game, for me, they speak for themselves. They definitely speak for themselves. You need that defensive assurance. You need that defensive awareness. And I think Kieran Tierney is better in those situations. Look, I've looked at Alexander Zinchenko, and the problem he has when he joins up with the midfield, when he goes into those advanced areas in the pitch, it leaves our back three exposed. It leaves Thomas Partey as the only pivot, and then it leaves Gabriel Magalhaes, Ben White, and William Saliba kind of narrow. So those wider areas are going to be utilized by Spurs, and we do not want that. So I will go with Kieran Tierney at left back just for this game as well. In games like Leeds United, games like Nottingham Forest, where Arsenal are going to be dominant, have chance of possession, create chance of chances. That is where I would play Alexander Zinchenko. Right centre back is William Saliba. I've seen a couple of stories about his new contract. I hope he signs it very quickly. Now, William Saliba is going to be going against one of the best strikers in the league. I think you are a complete centre back in the Premier League if you can stop Harry Kane, Erling Haaland, Ivan Toney this season, Raul Jimenez, Alexander Isak at Newcastle, Alexander Mitrovic. I think those are the strikers you need to stop in this league to be top class, to be elite. I think Saliba is elite. And tomorrow is another test for William Saliba. How good is William Saliba? How good is William Saliba when he's faced with a player in form like Harry Kane? Very, very tricky. Harry Kane is one of the most mobile strikers right now in the Premier League. He's running into the midfield. He's running into the penalty area. He's running at the back post. His movements don't end unless the ball is in the back of the net, right? So can William Saliba really track Harry Kane throughout the 90 minutes, making sure that whenever he goes to the back post, because that is one run Harry Kane does, best in his life. He's always running at the back post. You need someone to mark him. You need someone to be, looking at his moves and making sure that it doesn't cause a lot of trouble at the back post. So for me, William Saliba should be playing, and that is going to be his role. Can he stop Harry Kane? Of course, the other centre back is Gabriel Magalhaes. He's underrated, in my opinion. He is underrated, but my problem with him is that he's got a mistake in him every game, and he needs to stop that. It just needs to concentrate. Just needs to become that mature centre back. If he can add some level maturity, if he can add some quality to his game, for me, I feel he's a very, very good centre-back. So that is my back four: Gabriel, Saliba, Tierney, and Tomiyasu. Goalkeeper, Aaron Ramsdale. Let's get to the midfield. This is where I'm not making any changes. Honestly, I will make one change to the last lineup, and that will be Fabio Vieira out, Martin Odegaard in. So let's go with Thomas Partey at the center of the midfield. According to Mikel Arteta, Partey is in the team. I don't think Partey will be in the team and then Arteta doesn't play him. He's always a wild card. He's always that kind of card you want to keep closer to your chest. He's always that kind of player that you want him to be in form every game, every minute of his life that he steps onto the pitch. So Partey's role in this game is going to be crucial. Stop the transition and stop the service from Rodrigo Bentancur and Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg. Now, I think this Spurs midfield is kind of underrated, but when they create problems for you, when they bring the ball into the final third, you will struggle. So Partey has to stop Rodrigo Bentancur. Partey has to stop Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg. One, from receiving the ball freely in those free spaces. We need to make sure that they're uncomfortable. When they're receiving the ball, it is uncomfortable. When they are on the ball, it is uncomfortable. And we need to make sure that whenever they are in possession, they're not facing the direction of our goal. We need to force them backwards. And I think Thomas Partey is good at that. He's not yet 100% fit. But the positive is that he didn't play any football in the last 2 weeks. Since the Brentford game last month, actually this month, he's not played any football. So there is a high possibility that he's on a better level in terms of fitness than he was against Brentford. Alongside him is our super Granit Xhaka. He's good, isn't he? Very, very good for us this season. One of the players that are really, really putting in a shift for Mikel Arteta. So I've gone with our Granit Xhaka. I thought about Fabio Vieira and Martin Odegaard in this game, but this is what Xhaka provides in this game: leadership, quality, relentlessness, experience, pedigree, and most importantly, the fight. Because this is a North London derby. This is a derby. It is not going to be this Brentford game where I think Brentford is a derby as well. But it's not that Brentford game where it's going to be too easy. You're going to have, punches flying around at some point in time. You're going to have emotions, drawn into the game. You're going to have a lot of drama. And that is where you need Granit Xhaka. You need that ex-captain for you. You need that kind of vice-captain to step up, fight for the team. Just put in that kind of fight for the team. And also, I think we will need a surprise element in this game. Xhaka has been our surprise element throughout the 7 games we've played this campaign, and he will continue to be the surprise element. I won't be very surprised if again he creates another crazy assist like he created against Brentford, or has a cracker, has a goal. I mean, that is his game this campaign. Surprises. He's full of surprises. He's full of very, very good things. To complete the midfield is Martin Odegaard. Now, I talked about this when I talked about the Brentford game. We lacked that creativity. We lacked that brain, that architect in midfield, and it's Martin Odegaard. Look, Antonio Conte is not shameless. He will play a low block. He will try to defend with all his might. He will try to block Arsenal with all his might. So this game will need a guy that is good at unlocking. Someone to draw a pattern, someone to think about the pattern and unlock that Spurs defense. We know they're solid. Romero, Davinson Sanchez, Dyer, they're very, very solid defensively, right? So you need to unlock them, and Martin Odegaard is the guy. Look, being our captain, he has already given us very, very good levels this campaign. He's one guy that helps us create chances, one guy that helps us come back into games when we are a goal down, one guy that helps us, control games. He's a game controller. Him coupled with Thomas Partey, you just feel Arsenal have total control of the game. Whenever they play together, we are safe in midfield. So that is my midfield 3, and that is the role for every player. Now, on the front 3, unchanged as well. It should be unchanged. Down through the middle is Gabriel Jesus. Jesus against Christian Romero and Eric Dyer. I mean, what a fascinating fight this one is going to be. Yeah, that is going to be a fascinating fight because Gabriel Jesus is not good in the air, so I don't expect him to win the aerial battles. Of course, look, he's got the quality to an extent that he can win. He can win a header against Ben Mee, against the centre back like Ben Mee, right? But I don't expect him to win those area duels so much. But what about the ground battle against Eric Romero? The speed, spinning in behind. And the energy and the power. We're going to see a very, very interesting battle for me, from our front 3. So one is Gabriel Jesus. I've tipped him to score, all right? And I think he will score a tap-in. I don't think he's going to score this spectacular goal that he scored against Brentford. It's going to be a tap-in at the back post, right? I think they'll try to, track him. They'll try to harass him. but he will eventually get away and will score a tap-in. On the left is Gabriel Martinelli. I think Martinelli is a no-brainer. I don't know how the Premier League have not said he's Player of the Month either in August or in September. Okay, I don't know how. I just don't know how. But to be honest, Gabriel Martinelli is one player we are looking at. I said this in the preview yesterday that if Arsenal want to win this game, Martinelli is key. First and foremost, he's either going to be versing an out of position Ryan Sessegnon, or he's going to be going against a very, very weak Emerson Royal. So either way, for me, Gabriel Martinelli needs to harass, needs to destroy anyone who's going to be playing at the at right back for Spurs, and I mean anyone. He's got the quality, he's got the speed running behind, and even if Arsenal are in possession and we're controlling the game, he has the minerals to beat defenders 1v1. So Gabriel Martinelli to the left, Saka to the right. Of course, I've said Saka will score in this game. I'm still standing by my decision. I think Saka will score the first goal in this game. Look, I think with Saka, 4 assists this season and 1 goal, 1 more goal contribution than Dejan Kulusevski. But with Saka, such games are very vital. He's very, very vital in such games, and such games are very, very vital to his CV. Last campaign, he did score in that game that we beat them, that we beat Spurs, 3-1. He needs to score again. I mean, a few people have said, including me, that he's not actually started with the levels we expect him to play with. When he came on for England against Germany, he showed us the levels that we are missing. If he plays like that, guys, this is 1 point for Spurs, right? If you're a Spurs fan, take this. Don't let him dribble. Don't let Bukayo Saka dribble. He's a mess. He creates a lot of problems when you let him dribble. So that is my predicted lineup. That is my starting lineup. And I hope Mikel Arteta will pick a few changes, will pick a few twists to the starting lineup and make sure that we win. Team news, like I said, most of the boys are in. Emil Smith will be coming back after the World Cup. El Neni after the World Cup. The rest of the boys are in the team. It will depend on Mikel Arteta whether to rush them or to give them some more time. But either way, no matter lineup, for me, Arsenal 3, Tottenham Hotspur 1. See you soon.